Okay, let's dive right in. We're living in a pretty wild time for artificial intelligence, right? On one hand, we're seeing these mind-blowing breakthroughs, but on the other, we're also seeing some truly spectacular failures. Today, we're going to explore that massive gap between what AI can do in a lab and the often chaotic results we see out here in the real world.
On the one hand, AI has reached a level of intelligence that is just astounding. We have models that can pass medical board exams, write incredibly complex code, and analyze data at a scale no human could ever hope to match. The potential really does seem limitless.
But then you have this. A man asks a chatbot for a simple salt substitute, and it confidently recommends a toxic chemical that was phased out 100 years ago. And yeah, you guessed it, he ended up in the hospital.
And that right there, that's the great AI implementation paradox. How can something be so brilliant one minute and so blindly foolish the next? This contradiction isn't just some funny little quirk, it is leading to some seriously high-profile real-world failures.
The headlines are just, wow. They're a mix of hilarious and genuinely terrifying. You've got a fast food AI getting completely bamboozled, an AI coding assistant going rogue and wiping out a whole database, and my personal favorite, a system holding sensitive info for 64 million job applicants being secured with the password 123456. These aren't just one-off mistakes, they're symptoms of a much, much deeper problem.
So, what is really going on here? Well, the thing is, the problem isn't necessarily the AI technology itself. It's this massive gap that exists between this incredibly powerful new tool and the people and systems trying to actually use it.
And this chart, this just says it all. We're seeing that a huge number of companies, almost 80%, are adopting AI. They're buying the software. But when you dig in, you find that only a small fraction of their employees are actually using it every day. So companies have the tech, but the workforce just isn't ready to use it effectively.
And that gap? That's exactly why a staggering 88% of AI projects never even make it out of the pilot stage. They just stay as these kind of cool experiments that never deliver any real scalable value to the business. They just fizzle out.
And this really gets to the heart of it. We keep trying to force AI into roles that, frankly, require a human. Things like emotional nuance, strategic vision, or just plain old common sense. And at the same time, we're not fully using its real superpowers in data analysis and automation. It's a classic case of using the wrong tool for the job.
Okay, so here's the big takeaway. Fixing this isn't about buying a better, shinier AI. It's about building better AI-ready teams. It all starts with the people.
The first piece of that puzzle is what everyone's calling AI upskilling. But listen, this is not about turning everyone on your team into a data scientist. Not at all. It's about giving your existing workforce the skills to work with the AI, to basically amplify their own expertise, not replace it.
And if you want this upskilling to actually stick, you can forget those generic 10-step plans. Just focus on 3 things that have a huge impact. First, connect all the training to clear business goals. Second, make it hands-on. People learn by doing, not just by watching. And third, and this one's huge, encourage people to learn from each other. Seriously, a simple AI vibe hour where colleagues can share what's working and what's not can be way more powerful than any formal training program.
But look, an AI-ready team is only half the equation. You also need to build AI-ready systems and a strategy that can actually support them. Because let's be real, your old processes just aren't going to cut it.
Just take software testing, for example. We went from people manually clicking through apps to scripted automation. That was a step up, but those scripts were so brittle, they'd break with the smallest change. But today, AI allows for autonomous quality checks that can intelligently adapt on their own. The point is, you can't manage this new, dynamic world with an old, static checklist. Your entire approach has to evolve.
And this evolution is really showing up in 4 key strategic trends. The smart companies are moving towards hyper-automation, using AI to automate whole processes, not just little tasks. They're doing deep integration, baking AI right into their core systems instead of having it be some side project. They're prioritizing responsible AI, building fairness and transparency in from day one. And finally, they're building the operational muscle, what people call MOps, to take those successful little experiments and scale them across the entire organization.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. If you are not rigorously, constantly testing your AI for bias, for security holes, and for just plain weirdness, you are not innovating. You're just taking on a massive amount of unmeasured risk. So when you finally combine these 2 crucial things, the AI-ready people, and the AI-ready systems, that's when you unlock the real promise of all this. It stops being a paradoxical, unpredictable tool, and it becomes a genuine partner.
And this isn't about choosing one over the other. Not at all. It's about a super clear division of labor. You use the AI for what it does best, crunching data, running a million tests, automating all the repetitive stuff. And you trust your human team for what they do best, big picture strategy, creative storytelling, and making the final call on what truly connects with other humans.
So as we wrap this up, this is really the final question to think about. Are you just buying the latest AI tool and kind of hoping for the best? Or are you thoughtfully investing in the people, the processes, and the strategy you need to build a true human-AI partnership? Because at the end of the day, that is the only path that actually turns potential into progress.